Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Cub and welcome to the unlucky episode 13, and I'm not even kidding. So I decided with the, I asked Jordan Allen on Twitter if it would be a good idea to go ahead and update, and he confirmed it. Yep, the newest update was pretty much stable and it would be alright to upgrade, so I did, but I messed up the update and I lost the world file. Now fortunately there was a backup from between episodes. I think it would have been, actually I think it was right in the middle of episode 11. So I got that and I did my best to get the world back to where it was at the end of last episode, except for this. So I didn't rebuild the mob grinder in the nether because it just wasn't working. Lucky episode 13, am I right, guys? It wasn't working, though, and so I decided just to not rebuild it, but for the most part, the overworld, in our endless sea of ocean, which is generally what seas are made of. This is what seas are made of. I got somebody to love. No, I got somewhere I belong. I got somebody to love. I'm sorry, that was a Lizzie McGuire flashback moment. Okay, maybe I went a little overboard with the monster spawner. Like, maybe I just tweaked it a little bit more than it was in the past, but that's okay, no big deal there. For the most part, though, you can let me know. I tried to put everything right back where it was, and I think that I did a pretty okay job. Now, I should probably go ahead and note that as of recording, episode 10 hasn't even come out yet. So this is like a peek behind the curtain at how far in advance I like to have things recorded and ready to be released so that they actually come out regularly. But I'm looking forward to the comments that will inevitably be on episodes 11 and 12 informing me why blazes weren't spawning. Turns out, I finally reached out to Mr. Jordan Allen on Twitter, and I told him about my woes, and he said, well, are you sure blazes aren't spawning? Are you getting emeralds? And I was like, well, as a matter of fact, I am. I am getting emeralds drop. Oh, look at that, blazes drop emeralds. So blazes are spawning. The reason we're not getting blaze rods for them is because you have to kill them with your physical hands. Some of these mobs, turns out their drops can only be acquired if you kill them personally or you kill them with the diamond spikes. If you look up spikes, for instance, here, you'll see the diamond spike mobs drop player kill only items. You don't, I don't think you get that. Yeah, basic spikes will also drop exit. Not really what we want. In order to achieve this without us manually having to kill blazes, we can build a mob masher, which, wouldn't you know it, is from the mob grinding utility. We should have built this a long time ago. It looks really awesome. I think it's just powered with a lever, and it looks like it's got a lot of really cool upgrades. Sharpness probably being the best one, if I'm not mistaken, that just kills them faster. You can also catch them on fire, smite them, Bane of Anthropod them, or behead them. And maybe we can add all of these upgrades. I don't know. We'll have to actually build this thing and find out. I haven't even started yet. I feel like I've wasted a lot of iron building spikes twice now. But that's fine, because I built them in, like, I think it was episode 11 or 12, and then had to rebuild them. Let's not even dwell on that, though. So hopefully, the one thing I wasn't able to do yet is restore all of the resources we had. Because we did have, like, a lot of resources. Why are you not going? What has happened here? Alright, so that's a thing that happens rather frequently as well. When I go to the nether, this just stops producing power, and I've got no idea why. See, these are, like, not producing any power either. Like, I think I gotta stop going to the nether. That's a really odd issue that I don't understand. At first, I thought that maybe it was tied to me using these claimed chunks. So I disabled the claimed chunks here and back in the nether. But for whatever reason, going back and forth between them, are these even going to work now? These still aren't even working. They're not even filling up with lava. You see the issues that we're having. This is what I'm dealing with on like a daily basis now. And by daily, I mean for the last like 30, 40 minutes. Yeah, so they're not filling up with lava or anything, and I don't know how to fix this. Like, this is a real issue here. Maybe if we put this back on there, maybe it'll restart. Okay, there we go. We're getting lava. Are we producing any... Nothing's getting power, though. So you're filling up, and it shows that you're... Well, dang nabbit, what? Alright, so I've now broken, like, every element involved here with this thing. We've reset it back to its very, like, base... Okay, there we go. In an ideal world... Okay, good, so that's getting power, and this is getting power. So in order to get it all working again... I've had to completely leave the game. Or not... So in order to get it working again, you have to go into creative, break every element of the setup, and replace it, and then, that's a bit, okay, let's just not go to the nether anymore. If we don't ever go back to the nether, we'll never have that problem again. Also, I've informed Mr. Jordan Allen himself, the great mod pack creator, about this problem. Anyway, all of that to say, let's go ahead and build this mob grinder. What goes into this thing? We're going to need more diamonds than that, good sirs and madams. We're gonna have to run back over here. I think we probably got a few in here about to be cooked up, maybe? Or maybe already, in here, of course. Wow! With all of our ridiculous amounts of redstone, of course. We're gonna run out of space in this crate before too long, and it's gonna be mostly from, like, redstone. What are we gonna do with all that redstone? I've got no idea. I haven't really been planning for it. Alright, diamonds, iron, speaking of which, block of redstone, and then a block of iron, so we've pretty much got what we need there, and I think it's just sticks that we're missing, and we've got 25 of those up here. So this spike, these here, you know, we could recycle the ones that we've already got. In fact, let's go ahead and do that, and while we're at it, let's be smart about this. Let's go ahead and, I mean, I realize it's episode 13. Unlucky 13 started off with the world being deleted and me having to try to rebuild it, and then we had like a 10-minute break where the actual, we should probably take a nap, make sure it's daylight so we can at least torch anyone if they're in there. And then of course we had that lovely reset where we had to like take a break so I could reset all of the equipment over there to get it working again. Episode 13, what I'm trying to say is that it's running smoothly. It's going as well as I could have hoped, which is not well at all, which is very typical for an episode 13 as far as I'm concerned. Let's break a hole in here, throw down a couple of torches, there we go, and then let's not be ridiculous. Let's turn all of these off, and we'll just slip in, and we won't get blown into the spikes. Now, how many of these do I have? Do I just have that one there, and then the rest of these are plain? I mean, we might as well go ahead and collect all of them while we're in here. And when I say that, I mean let's break them, and they'll get sucked up by the vacuum hopper. There we go. That's the one we need, though. Anything else useful in here? Oh, we've got more emeralds, so definitely blazes are dying in here. That's good to know. And now we just need to make sure that they drop all of their goodies. We need all of their body parts when they die, not just some of them, dad burn it. And I am out of melons, so let me just... Whoa. Don't make me look at you. I don't want to look at you. No offense, Enderman. I'm sure you're beautiful. Like, I'm sure your kind find you just gorgeous, but I've noticed that if I look at you, you get a bit offended. And I don't really want to cause offense to an Enderman. Like, I think that's ridiculous. I think it's silly that he'll beat me up if I look at him. But I'm not going to argue the point with him, as he is bigger and scarier than I am. So we've only got one of these. We can definitely fix that, though. So is this how many swords? 2 more. So we're going to have 5 total, if I've done my maths correctly. And it's likely I haven't. It is episode 13, after all. But then we're also going to need 2 blocks of iron? 1 for the additional spike that we're going to need. And this is the recipe, I'm confident. And then that goes in here. And then the swords go up here, and then this goes here, and then that goes there, and then also, though, there's some diamonds, so maybe these go down here and the diamonds go around it. Oh, dadgummit, I thought I was like, oh yes, I've done it, I've actually built it correctly from memory. I didn't, though. Oh my gosh, it was so close! Okay, Mob Masher. Again, never used it, not very familiar with it. We're gonna see how it works, though. Once we get a lever, because again, I believe that it's a lever, if you're so inclined, that is required to power this thing. We don't have to pump energy to it. At least I hope we don't, because that's going to require like a lot of conduits, and we don't really have a whole lot on us. So is it also going to collect the items? I don't even know. Do they have to be pushed right into the masher, or will it grab them from the sides? I don't know. These are things that I don't know. What I do know is this is where the upgrades go. And I guess we can put the lever anywhere. Actually, that's a good question. Where are we going to put it? Because it has to be somewhere we can access it. I guess we could just stick it underneath it and never have to look at it again. Because what are the odds we're ever going to be turning it on and off or whatever? Give me those items back, please, and thank you. I'm going to have to reconstruct this now. And what if we did that and then... Okay, so now we could theoretically get to it and turn it on and off. Again, not sure if we're ever going to need to do that, but, I mean, if we did, it's too bright in here because we have torches. What is our F levels now? It should be fine, right? Yeah, it's fine. It's completely dark in here. They can even spawn on top of the Monster Masher if they feel so inclined. I wouldn't recommend it, monsters, but it's your thing. Do what you want to do. And we'll go ahead and delete this and replace it with a standard block on either side like that. That looks okay. All right. Is the Mob Masher... Wait a minute. Did I turn it on or off? I think I might have accidentally turned it off just then. I would expect that it would spin around and look really cool. Right? If it was turned on. All right, so it's on the on state now. And... wow, look at that. So again, I don't know if we have to build 3 of them or if it will just reach out and grab the things next to it. But let's go ahead and take everything out of there except for those arrows. And remember that there are arrows in there. So if we come back, we're not like, oh boy, arrows. Whoa, goody. I'm so excited to find the arrows. I'm going to use them to shoot the things. Platinum. Blazes drop platinum. Yeah, look at that. Turns out there's a lot of things that Blazes dropped that we had that I just didn't realize that Blazes dropped them. Therefore, I was confused. I was a confused boy. I thought that, well, hey, why aren't we getting Blazes? But we are. We are, and I am a simple boy. All right, well, it's been maybe a full minute and a half. So I'm ready to go check this out. I hear a blaze. Oh, right, I forgot to turn the fan on. That might be useful. In fact, that's downright required for this to operate. All right, well, I hear things dying. And laughing, maybe? I'm not sure what that sound is. Okay. Well, Blaze, I see that you're not being devoured right now. So clearly we've got an issue, as well as you, Witch. Oh, no, don't start hitting each other now. Oh, okay. They kind of wandered into it. That'll have to do, I guess, for now. We're gonna need to build 2 more of those things. Dad, burn it. Let's do it. Alright, well, that's enough iron swords to start a small army to take over the world. Which is good, because that's definitely on my list of things to do today. Iron? Who needs iron? I certainly don't. 4 spikes down? It might be in our best interest to just store all of our redstone in block form. I mean, it would definitely take up less space, I would think. Probably the same is true of our iron, so why not? Alright, from memory, everybody. Here I go. Look at me. I forgot. Don't we need more swords, actually? Yeah, we do. I didn't even build enough swords when I created my horde of swords. I did not make enough. Alright, everyone. From memory now. It's not impressive anymore, but... Huh? Hey! Alright! Look at that! It's not impressive, is it? I looked at the picture so many times. You know what? Since we do have an abundance of redstone blocks, I know exactly what we're going to do with them. Oh, hold on, though. We need to grab some more torches. We got to shut that thing down temporarily so I can properly get in there and work on it without being just eaten. Actually, hold on. Might be possible we can get these things planted without too many issues. Maybe. Theoretically. Because we've just got to put it, like, right there. So we can just get him out of the way. Or her. I don't know. Him or her. It's a witch. It's probably a her. Oh, they need to get out of the way, though, because I can't place that there with them standing there. Move, darn it, move! Where's my sword? That makes actually way more sense. Nay, don't you be throwing things at me now, darn you. Okay, so there's the 3 of those planted. And then what we'll do is we will place underneath them... Look at all that XP I just got. The redstone blocks. They'll keep them powered up at all times. Which means if we turn them off, we'll have to, like, break them. But that's how redstone blocks work, right? Like, they constantly emit a signal? That's not at all how redstone blocks work. I thought that's how they worked, but I was wrong. I was a wrong boy. Well, hold on. The one in the middle's working. Ah, dadgummits! I placed those too far ahead, and I didn't even realize it. At least there's nothing in here to deal with right now. Oh, except for this thing. Alright, it doesn't seem to be hurting me. So that's fine. This is perfectly safe. We've got a grinding device here designed to just absolutely mutilate things. I'm just kind of hopping around it. Like it's no big deal. Okay! Here we go! We got a blaze rod while we were away. Oh my goodness gracious, I'm so happy. I'm so ridiculously happy. Alright, so now that we've got that, and also, do we have any... we used a lot of iron, do we? Oh good, we have 1 piece of iron. We can go throw that into the machine. I kind of want to get the upgrades for the smite, because if we can Well, not smite. I think it's sharp. Is sharpness what kills the Enderman the fastest? Because the faster we kill Endermen, the less likely they are to get out and hassle us. But what goes into that? A lot more iron. And also gold. But also redstone, which, I mean, not really an issue for us at this time. Oh, good. Apparently iron's not either. It could be, though. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Iron could still prove to be a very big issue, depending on what I do next. More? Oh. Maybe I'm being too hopeful, just running back here every other second to see if there's going to be more blazes. If we give it time, I'm sure there will be. What the heck? Where did you come from? Whoa, easy does it now, mister. Haven't had to deal with your kind here yet. The little ones aren't harmful, are they? No, they're just annoying. In that case, y'all can say, I'm in need of a friend. I'll name you Split and Splat. Alright, so I just hopped out and went on the wiki because it's episode 13 and I don't want to take any risks. I can confirm that this is what we need to increase the destructive power of our devices, which might not be necessary, but also who's going to take the risk? More iron swords? I can do that. Alright, I think I've now built more iron swords in the last 10 minutes than I have in my entire time playing Minecraft. Although that's like a gross overstatement and definitely not true. So, I take it back immediately. That should give us... Oh, we gotta do this every time, of course. Well, cool, that's the 3 of those that we needed to upgrade this thing. Let's go take a look at how it's doing. I'm sort of hoping... Oh, sounds like a pigman dying slowly and in a great amount of pain. Maybe a lot of them dying slowly in a great amount of pain? Huh, oh yeah, we got another blaze rod. 2 more. Actually, 6 more. And we'll have enough for what I want to do. Oh, we get golden sword drops now! A goody goody. Alright, so you take one of these. Each of you gets one. Please take one down. If you'd be so kind as to pass it around. Ugh. No. No. Yeah, damn it. Boy, there's a lot of XP floating around in here that I don't know what to do with. Is there something that you need a lot of XP for in this game? Like, is there some really cool item you can build if you have just an abundance of XP? Because if so, please let me know about it, because I could use it. I don't know what it is, but I've got the XP for it at this point. Hey, Split. Or Splat. Split, what'd you do with your brother? Split, why are you coming at me like that? Split, what have you done to... Split! Stay back, I am warning you! I don't want to do this! Where is your brother? Ah! Oh, cool, look at that, we got a slime ball. So one thing I should note, and some of you might have noticed, is with the update we no longer have AE2, what does that stand for? Applied Energistics 2, so we don't have the grinder anymore. But what we do have is a new storage solution. If we just type in storage, I think we'll find the name of it is Easy Storage 2, so easy... Okay, I've done that wrong. At Easy Storage 2, and oh, look at that! Oh, nice! It comes with dollies! I love dollies, they're great! But then also we get things like blank boxes, storage cores, hyper storage boxes. Before we get into this, and believe me, it looks freaking awesome. A search box? Yeah, we're going to get into that. But before we do, I'm going to have to do some more research about it. I really want to know what I'm doing when we jump into it, unlike, you know, everything else we've done so far. I don't know where the horses came from, but apparently we have horses now. And a pig and a sheep. I would prefer 2 of every animal, like a real Cubs Ark situation. But alright, that's fine, I guess. Come on in here, buddy. I literally... Guys, hold on. No, this is... No, the presence of these horses is going to prevent mobs from naturally spawning, because it's going to assume it's overcrowded. And look, I don't hate horses, but... What are we going to do with them? We're in the middle of the ocean! What purpose do they serve? I've just got to think logically, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I regret nothing about my decisions. Alright everyone, so I took a bit of a break. I just kind of walked away from the computer and left everything running to give this thing time I think, actually I gave it about 30 minutes. Let's see what it's managed to accomplish. Okay, yeah, you know what? 12 blaze rods is plenty. There's a lot of other good things in here that we might have to come back and grab later. Actually, we're running low on iron. I wonder why. We'll go ahead and grab that now. If you guys know of a machine that'll break down golden swords and give me gold for them, or really anything else, let me know. Because we have an abundance of golden swords at the moment that I'm not doing anything with. I don't have a use for golden swords, but if I could get the gold out of them, that would be swell. Now, let's talk about the ender chest, which we're going to be using to transport items from over yonder to over hither, which is going to require a bit of obsidian, which I don't think we have any of at the moment, but it's easy enough to get. We still have our contraption from last episode. I had to rebuild it, but here it is. Stone barrels with lava is going to get... Wait, no, that's not how you do it. What am I doing? No, that's how you get... What am I talking about? I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. That's how you get netherrack. What I need... And you know what's sad is because I did go in here to grab this bucket of water. Like, I opened it up, I saw the bucket of water, and then went away, and I was like, no, what I need is some redstone. I don't need redstone, in case you were curious. What I need, though, is a bit of lava. And we have to build 2 of these. So, I think we have to... Yeah, we have to build 2 of them. Each one requires... Okay, so we have to have 4 obsidian. In case you were wondering, this can be automated, and in fact, I built a pretty cool automation for it in the past. If you guys would like to see that redone, you don't have to comment down below. We'll probably eventually get around to it. But now I got to get in there. See, this wasn't the best designed thing, because I got to come back around to this side. There's that. The final component that we're going to need that we don't immediately have offhand is a bit of wool. Unfortunately, I mean, we could, if we needed to, use string, because we've got a lot of string to get some wool, but we don't have to because we do have a sheep. I don't want a sheep. I would rather have another pig, so I could breed the pigs and have, like, lots of pig babies. Whatever. I'll take the wool, I suppose. It's no big deal. It's no wool off my back, if you know what I'm saying. That means nothing. We're also going to need chests, and if I'm not mistaken, that's everything. So we're not building your vanilla ender chest, because you can't pump items in and out of this. You can't set up different channels. This is what we want right here. And apparently we're missing, and like, one of the most important ingredients, the actual ender pearls, which make all of this possible. Boom! And we only need the 2. So, you're probably familiar with these. I don't think I have to go into detail about how they operate or anything. But general gist is, you throw one down here, you make sure you keep a torch down. And then we book it back around here. Oh, you know what? That chest is still full of stuff. I should have thought about that, because we're going to go in here and break it. And it's all going to go scattering all over this place. The crate that we have in here, I should say. How much stuff does it have? A lot. Okay, well, let's get out... Actually, I don't want all these bows. So let's just get out, like... okay, that was a mistake. Let's get out the useful things. Well, whatever. Let's just break it. There we go. And we'll throw the chest back down, and it'll collect and dump them all in there. So inside of Ender Chest numero uno here, we've got all of these items. And if we book it back around to chest numero 20, what is it, dos? Uno, dos? Numero dos? It'll be, look at that, it's the same items. Isn't that great? Alrighty, so the thing we could do now is, some of you will remember back a long time ago, to the time that we built those transfer nodes, not the nodes. Now, some of you may remember a long time back to when we built these item conduits, and you're thinking to yourself, yes, this is where we finally use them. We set up the item conduits to pump items out of the ender chest over into the sag mill. Well, no, not quite, because not everything that we get can go into the sag mill, and some of this stuff, quite frankly, needs to go into the trash, which I'm sure we can build. Yeah, we can build a trash can. We got a couple options here. Extra utilities trash can. Oh, that's a trash chest. Wonder what the difference is. I guess, I mean, obviously it's a chest, but... I mean, if you throw something in there, it gets deleted, so what's the advantage? I wouldn't know. We'll have to build one of those. And we're going to do all that next time. I think next time we'll automate this, because we have to first build a filter. And in order to get the filter, we have to... Oh, wait, no, actually, the basic filter... Haven't we built one of these before? Hold the phone. Everybody calm down. I think we built one of these. Yeah. Alright, well, Shrek, we might as well go ahead and at least demo what we're going to do. Next episode, we're going to definitely make it better. So stick around, y'all, because this is just the beginning. But we want that to run over to here, and we don't want any of these to be active, so we'll set that to disabled, disable, and disable. And we can do a lot of other things here. We'll demo that later. And also, actually, we want these to go into the chest up here. So disable, we'll set that to insert. But actually, now it's going to start emptying just garbage in there if we're not careful. So we're going to go ahead and throw in our filter. And this is going to allow us to whitelist certain items. So let's go ahead and whitelist, for instance, redstone. Redstone is the thing we want whitelisted on there. So we're going to throw in redstone, and then we're going to tell it that we want it to redstone mode, always active. So all of the redstone should be transferred over to here, and then into here, and then out to here, theoretically. Right, redstone blocks, not regular redstone. Where's regular redstone coming from? Bows? Oh, right, I guess it's just picking things up off the ground over there. It's so full. Because there's limited space inside of here, we'll have it set to where it's constantly always inserting just everything that gets placed in here into here. There we go. So that should take care of that issue. And then from back here, we'll set this one up with the filter. It should remember its settings as well, yes. So always active for redstone. What else have you collected? I don't want to send nether quartz in there because the nether quartz will get turned into quartz and then get sent into the furnace, the alloy smelter there. We don't want that. One thing that we do have here though is we got a bit of iron. So if we throw these things in there, they got sucked right out. Redstone didn't though. Redstone? Why are you not getting... Okay, yeah, I guess it did just get sucked out. So it's going to be a bit of a process teaching each and every one of these individual items to this machine. Or to this filter. And we can make a better filter in the future. The advanced item filter. I think that's the one that we want. It's going to let us do some cooler things. Like hopefully withdraw more items. I think it like doubles the amount of items you can throw in here. And also lets you like set it to fuzzy and whatnot. In an ideal world, you kind of want everything to be a little bit fuzzy, don't you? Now, you remember what I said about the nether quartz? Something we could do, again, in the future, is have it set up to where the nether quartz, like, instead of having a chest here in the middle to hold these items, instead, we have a series of item conduits set up with different filters to separate the items so that only some items go into the alloy smelter and other items go directly into another chest somewhere. You get the general idea. But there we go. We've done a bit of basic we've done a bit of basic automation. There we go. We've come back. Episode 13, as per usual, has been a disaster, but the world is pretty much where it was before. We've got blazes. I mean, blazes were always spawning, but now we finally got the blaze rods. We are getting all of our items moved over here, teleported magically through the air, and we've got a little bit of basic automation. So you know what? I'm happy with this episode. As disastrous as it may have been, all things considered, could have been worse. So thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Bye!